Let's go. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. Eh. Eh. When you find yourself in your comfort zone, like Nigeria, that is formed, created, operated, and exists for your own wishes and desires. Omo, you go down Zanku now for forest. One thing is this: the people who are the highest and will forever be the highest beneficiary of this evil contraption called Niger area is that guy and his people who can go out there, okay, and question your own existence on your own father's ancestral land. And I mean it, there is absolutely nothing, okay, you can do about it. And why is that the case? It is because so many of us have chosen to be liberal. And what do I mean? We have not told the part of conservatisms. You see, our forefathers, if they were as liberal as what we are today in the South, or should I say the Southwest, because the Southeast, as it were, are largely conservative. This is why you see them, they say they do not welcome Muslim. This is why they see that they'll tell you they do not welcome some set of people. They'll tell you they are not in any way open to some level of liberalism, the level of this dilution of culture with some certain people of this country. But it's in the Southwest, as it were. Yes, in the short term, it brings what we call economic prosperity. I mean, this is now what we are enjoying in Lagos and largely so many southwestern states, right? Because yes, the North will come in, bring in their maybe their people, and then they come in with their religion. You know, the Southeasterners will come in, they do the same. But the people who get their own culture, faith, and even in most cases their lands, being eroded are the hosts. In the Southwest today, the Yorubas cannot confidently say, most especially in Lagos, cannot confidently say they want to go into a war with the people that came in and they will win. It's not going to happen. If they do not get the assistance of the people from Ibadan, without the assistance of the people from Oyo, they will be defeated before 12 noon. If the battle starts by 7 a.m., they will be defeated before 12 noon. What is my point here? My point is clear, that Nigeria as a state still exists because the remaining people, aside from the core north, who are largely controlled by the Fulanese, are forming liberal. We are not in any way fighting to defend our very core. And that is why you see that guy dancing Zanku. I saw a video from Imam of Peace. He said America will fall to Islam because America, as it stands today, have thrown away what they call the American conservative cause and values. Let's watch that together.
I would fear the conservatives because they come with principle. That's not someone they can brainwash. But the left, I know they have no values and no principles to begin with. I dare you to find one Islamic extremist that votes for Donald Trump. Never do it. They'd give their vote to the leftist who wants to run around in pride.
Welcome back. Now, how does this apply to the Nigerian context? And why and what and where, who will bring this issue of the South conserving? Before I mention this person, let me quickly take you back to Jonathan. Jonathan was a very excellent guy. In terms of economic, indices, he was doing well. Nigeria was heading towards a 500, in fact, it was a little bit above $500 billion, right? But what happened? What is the sustainability of the economic prosperity Jonathan got because it wasn't backed and protected by conservative beliefs? Yes, Jonathan was doing everything to suit the North. For the South, he was asking us to be liberal. And we were liberal, right? We were liberal. And within a twinkle of an eye, everything has been flooded away by the erosion of the Fulanization agenda. What am I trying to say? In case you are not feeling me, let me try and rephrase my statement. Let me tell you something. Your culture, your cause, your values, your faiths, how is the foundation of whatever economic pillars, beams, foundation that you want to build. Because they will come with their religion. They will come with their faith. Okay? To erode your own core values. They will tell you that your own beliefs are not real. The South today is prospering because we do not believe in a religion that says do not drink alcohol, do not eat pig. Right? The level of prosperity, revenue generation in the South, of course, is because they have not in their large numbers accepted the Sharia. Now, as Nigeria is constituted today, let us imagine the South, the total South accepts that. What do you think is going to happen? First and foremost, the VAT generated from alcohol consumption will dwindle. In fact, it will not dwindle, it will disappear. And then what happens? We become poor. On the long run, what's going to happen? Our women will start wearing the burqa, which is the hijab. Over time, our women will no longer have a say in the society, in the politics. And what happens? In a situation where we are supposed to be having two hands, because God created this world for the man and woman. And this entails every sector of our economy. Are you with me? I don't want to go too deep in this conversation. I want to bring it back to the context of how we, as the South, we are failing as a people, and why I don't know why we have chosen to toe the line and the path of liberalism, most especially for my Yoruba people. You know, there's this word that we have been so deceived with. We are so tolerant, that we are so liberal. This is why we prosper. This is why we this, which is why we that. Now tell me what is going on in Oyo State. In Oyo State today, there's what they call open grazing. They have banned it. In the last 1 month, they have arrested nothing less than 60 cows. Do you think if Oyo State ab initio have always been conservative, they have followed the agenda, the manifesto, the developmental plan of Awolowo? Awolowo during his time did not support open grazing. He said, let us ranch, and he did ranch. When he created the Awolowo investment initiatives, we had our own pastoral ranch farms. He never believed that everybody should dilute itself. No. He said, let us stay in our region, develop ourselves according to our capacity. When we come to the federal level, we talk about federal issues. Maybe about our foreign appearance, how we want people to see us. Maybe about our military, yes, but we are going to have our regional police. He talked about these things because he has seen the future from his own time. He knows that some people have the soft spot of the colonial masters because he know how they fought hard before they could get independence. Because he knew that Nigeria should have been independent since the mid-50s. As at the period of 1950 to 1956, Nigeria should have gained independence. But then, the British colonial master told them, you need to go and have a consensus with the North. If the North says they're not ready, so be it. Then all of us saw it that what? Let us have our own independence. Let the South have its own independence because the South is the Southwest. We were ready, more than ready as at that time. But the British Colonial said, no, 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 no. At this stage, we are not ready to divide this unholy marriage that we consummated, we cemented. No. Your masters are in the North, go and meet them. And the likes of Awolowo were like, what are you talking about? And he said, well, we want to be quite a democracy. And in the democracy, the majority have to say. But unfortunately, the majority in this instance of the Niger area contraption are insolent, illiterate. And this was how the chains was placed on our hands. So you see that anytime we are talking about the Nigerian politics, if it does not suit the North, they come up with all manners of machinations. There are so many plots, so many coups. Recently, there have been so many allegations against the Southern president who is there. This is a fact that everybody knows that Tinubu was, yes, he might not be a protester, but he was a major financier of the movement that fought against Abacha. Have you not seen how recently they have been trying to whitewash Abacha? So many people are saying the Abacha regime was actually one of the best in the country since its existence in 1963 as a republic. Have we not seen how so many people have been telling us that, oh, Abacha, Babangida were the real nation builders? What does it tell you? Have you not seen what they did to Jonathan? Even I know that Jonathan had one of the best economy, but we know what they did to make his government. They brought his government to its knees. What did they use? They were using suicide bombers. They were using attacks. What was happening? The Borno state axis became the bedrock of incessant and daily bomb blast. Now, similar thing is happening as we speak today. And it is happening because one, in a hurry, they have realized that it seems Tinubu is against the corners. It seems Tinubu is doing everything to bring back the conservativeness of every region. It seems Tinubu is trying to split the powers of the power that be. The very oligarchs who have been holding us to ransom, who will tell us that without them, no president can emerge from the south, they are now after the head of Tinubu. They are after dismantling his presidency. What I believe and what I know is Tinubu cannot do anything economically. I know that for sure. And nobody can do that in the South. Because if you try to do it, the next day they will come up with their religious device. They will come up with their ethnic device. They will divide everybody. They will bring all this terrorism act and plot to destabilize you, to throw you off balance. That is what they will do. If you do not fight this first battle, make sure there is a reawakening amongst the Southerners and even to the Middle Belt that we must hold our ground firmly. You see, why we are failing as a nation is quite simple. It is because it's only just one people in this country that are protecting their interests. They are using every other person. They are using them for their own political interest. So for them, their whole interest is to be able to access everybody's land, to graze their cattle. They want to be able to take political decisions without being questioned. They do not want us in the South to take our own decision. without, of course, rolling on the floor for them. If you tell them that let us go into our education sector, for instance, let us have a situation whereby we are on a level playing field. They will come out and tell you that's not going to happen because it is in the constitution and it has been institutionalized that the North is under what? Underdeveloped when it comes to education. And they have not caught up. Let us go to religion. If you tell them, let us take away the recognition of Sharia in the constitution, they will tell you that is an affront and you're pushing for anarchy. If you tell them, can I come to the north to open my hotel? Can I sell my beer freely? I mean, I am not forcing anybody to come and take alcohol. They will tell you that you will be flogged and have your business burnt down because they have what they call Isba police. And this is why, you see, I look at Tinubu, I say, this man, yes, sometimes for you to have an headway, you have to first and foremost dismantle the obstacles. Nigeria, to be specific, one Nigeria is an obstacle to us in the South to progress. And I mean it. If you believe that one Nigeria is going to allow us to progress in the South, then you are naive. And you are not just naive, you are intentionally naive and silly. Because my analysis, my dissection of the issue, because for Nigeria to move forward, you need to take some certain policy decisions. Yes, you have to take some certain policy decisions. For instance, women must have every right to go to school. Women must have every right to partake in politics. That's one. Secondly, another policy decision that you have to take is we must be able to innovate and invent. And these are things that are against the umars of the country. In the north today, have you heard about the Boko Haram? What does that tell you? He said, we are against Western invention, innovation, education. Are you with me? They will tell you that they don't want to have a state that is secular. And for Nigeria to move forward, most especially the South, the Southern Nigeria to move forward, we must accept our secularity. Yes. There must be this level of freedom. So I believe you know what I mean. So you see this issue of bomb blast going on in Borno. Today we're having another bomb blast in Kano. More of it will certainly come. Because there are rumors that Tinubu wants to kick out Zulum. What's it called? The mentor of Zulum, which is Shetima. And also, we are being told that the North has vowed to bring Tinubu down to his knees. And indeed, if they, by all means, if they can, they should. But they must know this, that a Northerner will not take power. I mean, I give them my word for that. No. If they must kick Tinubu away and put in another South, well, that's fine by me. Now, this South that they put in there might be a stooge to them, might be a guy who will be, dancing to the sounds of their drum. Well, as far as the Southern, fine. They must have their 8 years. But for me, I know for Nigeria to progress as a nation, that one Nigerianness must be dismantled. Thank you. Bye for now.